Wish you warm welcome. Today's video is for absolute beginners. That means someone who is new to practice, is coming after a long break, or has physical limitations and wants to do easy movements. Once more, I wish you warm welcome and send you lots of love and energy for showing up. My teacher says the hardest part is showing up. So well done, pat yourself. Today's video is structured based upon main aim of yoga, that is mindfulness, to progress towards the calmness, quietude, strength and flexibility. What it means is yoga is just not physical exercise for your body, but for overall well-being of your mood and body. So let's take advantage of yoga to lift the spirit. Come at the center of your mat. When you are ready, stand in Tadasana. I removed my sweatshirt. I also want you to be in comfortable clothing. With feet hip width apart and arms at your side, chest lifted, we just start walking. Just like that kid into the garden. Not with any thoughts, not with any worries, just walking in the garden freely. And feel free to move your arms with your walk. You're going to walk for a minute or so. And I want you to be as free as possible when you're walking. What that means is you're moving your arms, you're engaging them. If there is any hesitation in engaging in your arms, I want you to pay attention to that hesitation itself and observe the sensations, observe the thoughts that your mind is communicating with you. Feel free to raise your arms and do some Bollywood if you like that, or roll your arms, whatever makes you feel good while walking. Today's intent of the class is easy movement. So whatever makes you happy to do that easy movement, you want to do that. Few more seconds. Keep walking. Let the body warm up. Relax your face. See any frown lines at the forehead. How is your jaw? Let it relax. Gentle smile on your face. Appreciate that you are looking after your health. Okay, slowly stop. From here, make sure your legs are hip width apart, arms are at straight, you are in mountain pose, Tadasana. Then raise your arms up, bring them in line with your shoulders. Look at your fingers, let them extend. They are not curled, let them extend. Bring your thumbs in line. From here, raise your arms up, Urdhva Hasta, upward arms. Then bring your arms at your sides. If for some reason you can't bring your arms sides like this, then try just bending your arms and then open them. Whatever suits you, just figure that out. With arms at your sides, turn your arms into the shoulder joint, then bring them back forward. Once more, raise your arms up, bring them at the sides, then turn them into the shoulder joint, bring them forward. This time, a bit different. Move your arms at your sides, then turn them into the shoulder joint, and then raise your arms up. Bring them down at the front, turn them at the sides, turn them into shoulder joint, then raise your arms up. 2 last rounds. Bring them down in line with your shoulders. At your sides, turn them into shoulder joint. Observe your body weight on your feet. Don't be heavy on your heels. Just spread that body weight evenly on your feet. Raise your arms up. Last round. Yes, I'm aware you must be feeling some sensations in your arms. Allow yourself to feel that and challenge yourself to stay there for one last round. Slowly bring your arms forward and then down, back to Tadasana with feet hip width apart. And then we start walking. For 30 seconds more, lift your knees high as possible. Relax your face, engage your arms, keep them moving to the sides. Sometimes just smiling through or bringing that artificial smile on your face really brings joy, really brings some kind of happiness. All right. From here, your feet are slightly more than your hip width. Okay. So roughly a foot, distance of a foot between your feet. Then bring your hands on your hips. This is my right, which is same as yours. I'm mirroring the pose here. Raise your left arm. If you can't raise it all the way up for any physical limitation, feel free to bring it on your shoulder or up to the extent you can raise it. Okay, then we turn towards the right and we come back. Bring your hand onto the hip and we change. Go towards the left. Easy movements. Raise the opposite arm. Go towards the right. Bring it down. Raise your right arm. Move towards the left. Bring it down. Raise your left arm. Go towards the right. Slowly, very slow. Change. It's hard to do slow. It's easy to do fast, naturally. Raise your right arm, turn towards the left. On the next iteration, we engage the breath. That means inhale and raise your arm and go towards the right. Exhale and come down. Then inhale and raise opposite arm and go towards the left. Exhale and come back to the center. Change, inhale and go towards the right. Exhale and come back to the center. Inhale and go towards the left. Exhale and come back to the center. Next, reduce the distance between your feet and bring them hip width apart. Then raise your arms up, bring them in line with your shoulders, just like what we did earlier. Now interlock your fingers right up to the web to make firm interlock. Bring your thumbs in line with your other fingers. Then change the direction of your palms so that your palms are facing towards the screen. Look at your arms, make them straight to the extent you can. Then raise your arms up towards the ceiling. Sorry, your palms are going towards the ceiling. Stay here for a moment. Then bring your arms down to in line with the shoulders. Then raise them again. So when you raise them up, make sure you're not lifting your shoulder joints up like this. Instead, let them come down. Bring them down. 2 more repetitions. Raise your arms up. Bring them down. And once more, when you raise your arms up, see if you're shifting your body weight from your heels to the balls of your feet or balls of your feet to your heels. If so, try to maintain the evenness with your body weight. Change the interlocking your fingers so that bring the opposite little finger at the front. So unfold your unfold your hands and then interlock again and bring the opposite little finger at the front. Then raise your arms up, relax your face, bring it down, raise your arms up, keep breathing, don't hold the breath, slow and steady movements. Let your mind know, I'm engaged in the practice, I'm engaged in the moment. Slowly bring your arms down at the sides. From here, we'll do some leg movements. If you have chair handy at home, then just bring it next to you, a chair on which you can rest your hand as a support. So it does have to be a bit taller chair, like any usual chair will do. A height similar to this will be sufficient on which you can rest your hand like this. Okay, then keep it on your right, bring your feet together, arms at your sides. Keep the chair closer to you on your right so that you can rest your right hand on it. Then move your left leg out to the sides, bringing your left hand onto your hip. So sideways movement of your leg, just turn it towards the left and bring it back towards the center. Very slow. Raise it all the way towards the side, then bring it back to the center. Raise it towards the side, bring it back to the center. We finished 2 iterations. Let's do 4 more. 3, 4, 5, and last one 6. Move the chair towards the other side, and let's do the opposite side. Bring your right hand on the hip and raise your right leg up and bring it back. 3 more times. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now bring the chair at the front. It's absolutely fine if you do not have chair handy, then just maintain your hands on the hips. If you have chair at the front, then place your hands on the top bar of the chair, and what we are going to do is moving our leg towards the wall behind, and we are going to do 6 repetitions of each side. So when you are ready, bring your right leg towards the wall behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last iteration 6. Feel free to take a breath here and then change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6 more repetitions of side raises. When you are ready, bring your chair towards the right and left hand on the left hip and raise your left leg towards the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're thinking why I chose the left side first, there is no logic behind. Maybe I just wanted you to think about it and bring your attention here and now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now move the chair away. Now building upon the warm-up we just did, we'll do a small sequence. Move a chair away and come at the front of your mat. I will just move my chair away and I will turn my mat slightly to give you better view. Come at the front of your mat. Feet are hip width apart, just like we had earlier for Tadasana. You are back in mountain pose. First 2 iterations, we will do it very slow, and the next 4 a bit faster once you get a bit hang of it. Raise your arms up, Urdhva Hasta, upward arms, just like we did. Then bend forward, bringing your hands towards the ground. You have 2 options here. You can keep your legs straight, or you can bend your legs at the knees if you have any knee issues. So choose the option that you like. From here, you will bend your legs, bringing your torso, your abdomen onto your thighs and your hands onto the ground. Then walk your legs back. So you are coming into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your feet are hip width apart and your hands are shoulder distance apart. Stay here for a moment, and now we are walking back, our legs towards the hands, back to forward bend. Keep the legs straight, or you can keep it bent. Choose the option that suits you well. Then bend your legs and you're rolling very slowly, each vertebra at a time. Slowly come up, easy gentle movement, back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a breath here, relax your face, relax your shoulders, lift the chest up, observe your body weight on your feet, bring the evenness, and when you are ready, raise your arms up, move forward, Now you know the drill. Keep the legs bent or straight, your choice. Then bend the legs, walk your legs back, come to downward dog. Remember, feet are hip width apart and hands are roughly shoulder distance apart. Stay here for a moment. Then walk your legs forward towards your hands. You have an option here. Keep the legs straight or bent. Then bend your legs, bringing your abdomen and torso on your thighs, and then rolling each vertebra at a time. Back to Tadasana. Take a moment here. Observe your breath. Next 4 iterations, a bit faster. Now you know the drill. Raise your arms up, bend forward, bend your legs and walk your legs back. Downward dog. Stay here for a breath, moving your hips back towards the wall behind. Then walk your legs towards your hands. You are in roughly in Uttanasana, forward bend. From here, slowly roll each vertebra at a time to come back to mountain pose with feet hip width apart. 3 more reps to go. Raise your arms up, forward bend. Pay attention to the sensations you are feeling in the body. In your mind, bend your legs, walk back. Bring your hips back towards the wall behind and pay attention to your hands. Press them well onto the ground. Slowly walking back. Roll and come up. Last 2 iterations to go. Raise your arms up a bit faster this time. Bend forward. Then bend your legs, walk back. Downward dog. Stay here for a breath. Take a deep inhale this time. And slow exhale. Then walk your legs towards the hands. In Uttanasana for a moment. Bend your legs and come up back to Tadasana. Change. Raise your arms up. Go forward. Bend your legs. Walk back to downward dog. Deep inhale. Feel that expansion of your rib cage with the deep inhale, and then slow exhale as if you're saying Om. Then walk your legs towards your hands. Bend your legs and come up. Back to Tadasana. Stay here for a moment. Observe your breath. Let it go. Keep breathing. Release and relax. Well done. Congratulate yourself for staying in the practice, staying in the small sequence. From here, we'll do some hip raises. So come to the mat in lying position and lie on your back. Oh, before we do the hip raises, let's do some knee push-ups. Come to the mat in tabletop position. So your wrists are underneath your shoulders, and move your knees back so that they are roughly in line with your hips, and your thighs and calves are roughly 90 degrees. Your toes are tucked in and your hands are shoulder distance apart. So observe the back. You don't want rounded back like this. You want a straight back. And engage your abdomen. That means bring your navel slightly in to have that engagement of your abdomen. Then bend your arms slightly, slightly bend and come up. Let's do that 3 times. A gentle bend at the elbow and come up. So when you're bending, you don't want to go sideways. Keep your arms very close to your torso, your upper body. Bend one more time and go down and come up. Let's do one more time. Gentle bend at the elbow, go down and come up. Now we'll do 6 iterations of these. Based on the range that you have, you want to bend your elbows and go down and come up. So make sure you are mindful here and you observe the limitations that you have, but you also want to challenge yourself and increase your intensity in the pose. When you're ready, let's start the 6 iterations at your own speed. Bend your elbows, go down, exhale and come up. Bend your elbows, go down, exhale and come up. If you're doing it after a long time, this could be quite challenging. So reduce the intensity of the pose by not going all the way down. Go down, exhale and come up. 3 more. Feel that strength you're using from your hands, from your arms to come up. You're building a lot of strength in your arms. Go down, exhale and come up. Last 1 iteration. Come on, let's do it. Bend your arms, keep the elbows closer to the body. Push and come up. Well done. Now come back on the mat in lying position. Lie on your back. Bring the soles of your feet close to your hips and arms at your sides. Observe your breath. Observe the sensations in your arms. Let your arms relax and let them go. Any hold, any tension in your arms, let it go. Slow and steady breath. 2 more breaths at normal speed. Now slowly bring your feet or your heel close to your hips, and your knees are roughly in line with your hips. They are not falling out to the side or they are not touching each other. They're in line with your hips. And bring your hands on the ground next to your hips. We are going to do hip raises. So that means we are pressing our feet onto the ground and lifting our hips up towards the ceiling and then bringing it down. Let's do 6 iterations of these. When you are ready, let's start. Exhale and press your feet onto the ground and lift your hips higher. Gentle movement. Go to the extent you can without any pain. If you feel any discomfort, then you want to reduce the intensity, just go up to the extent where you don't feel any pain or any discomfort. So keep pressing your feet and lifting the hips higher at your own speed. You want to finish 6 iterations. I finished 3 so far. 4. Now from 4th iteration for last 2 iteration, if you're not feeling any pain, then you want to challenge yourself and lift your hips higher towards the ceiling. Then stay here for a breath. Take a deep breath. Slow exhale. Feel that strength you're building at the back of your legs and the glutes. And slowly bring your hips down onto the ground. Stay here for a moment and get ready for the next one. And we are going to stay up, come up for 2 breaths. Press your feet evenly. That means balls of your feet, your heels well onto the ground. Take a deep breath. Expand your lungs. Stay. Release your breath. Normal breath. Hold, hold. Challenge yourself. Feel that burning sensation in your legs. That means you're building a lot of strength in your legs. We want that. Slowly bring your hips down onto the ground. Straighten your legs and wiggle your legs side by side. Any tension in your legs, allow it to go, allow it to disappear. It's time to practice deep state of rest, Shavasana. Bring your legs into the position that allows you to relax. Doesn't matter if they're rolling out to the sides or in. My legs are just roughly hip width apart and arms are at the sides. Doesn't matter, whatever position of your arms that allows you to relax, choose that, palms facing towards the ground or palms facing towards the ceiling or on your abdomen. Important here is that you can experience your sensations and not distracted by positions or your limbs or positions of your limbs. Close your eyes. Pay attention to your breath without changing anything. If you feel like changing the position of your arms or legs or the shoulders or neck, just feel free to do that. Observe with each breath how your chest and abdomen goes up with inhalation and comes down with exhalation. Pay attention to the sensations that you're feeling in your legs, in your arms, in your shoulders, in your neck region. Just scan your body and see if you're holding any area of your body. If so, see if you can release it on an exhale, let that hold go. Any frown lines at your forehead, release them, quieten your face, relax your jaw. Just straighten your fingers for a moment and then let them come back to their normal position. If you are distracted by the thoughts, then bring your attention to the thoughts itself. And observe what happens when you pay your attention to a thought. Does it stay or disappear? Next few seconds, I just want you to stay here and observe your breath and the sensations that you are feeling in the body. Sensations like tingling, tightness, the craving to move. Just pay closer attention. Slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Bend your legs and bring the soles of your feet onto the ground, and bring your hands onto your abdomen next to your lower front ribs. When you are ready, turn to your side. Use your hands as support to stay here for a moment. Keep breathing. Pay attention to your breath. Slowly come up with the hands, with the support of your hand, and sit in cross-leg position. Keep your eyes closed. Sit upright, sit tall, and bring your hands to your chest in prayer position. Inhale and lift the chest up. Exhale and allow your shoulders to go down. Take this opportunity to thank yourself for showing up, looking after your mind and body. Like I said at the start of the class, the hardest part is showing up. So congratulate yourself for showing up and celebrate this small win of your day with gentle smile on your face. Imagine a person or pet that you love. Bring the face in front of your eyes and dedicate your practice while holding that person's face at the front of your eyes. Slowly bring your hand forward towards your hands. Namaste and thank you. Release your hands on your thighs, open your eyes, and move your head back. Well done. See you next time. Till then, be your best version.